Hey, y'all know what it is, man. We live and we back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, man, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Here today, bringing you another edition of the starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we get into that, man, if you haven't done this, your first time checking out the video, hit the subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on so you know when the videos drop so you can be here with us rocking. You know what I'm talking about? And also, please hit that like button, man. Let's get this video to 50 likes. Do your boy a big favor, man. It only takes 2 seconds, man. We're getting plenty of views. We just haven't hit 50 likes on a video yet. So I challenge y'all. I implore y'all to hit the like button. Get your boy to 50 likes, man. Please do that for me. It helps me out a lot. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy the plays, if it helped you out a little bit, even if you didn't play the plays, but it steers you in the right direction or way to go, hit the like button, man. It's greatly appreciated, all right? Let's get into this starting five over here on DraftKings. Now, two-gamer, man, y'all know what it is. It's the same two-game we've been rocking with lately since the Nuggets and Suns then closed out. So, we got the Hawks and the 76ers and the Clippers and the Jazz. At the point guard spot, I'm going with Donovan Mitchell. Now, let me preface this. I do think Mike Conley plays tomorrow. And if he does, I'm just waiting to see and make sure he's not on a minutes limit or anything like that. Because if he's free to go, he's a full go, this is going to change. I probably play Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell. I like Donovan Mitchell regardless because I think Mike Conley playing helps him out a lot as that provides another ball handler up top, someone that help create shots for Donovan Mitchell, and they won't be able to key on him as much. I mean, I know some of y'all are thinking like, well, they got Clarkson, he's a ball handler. Yeah, but he's a ball handler. He more so creates shots for himself. He's not a creator that creates shots for everyone else. That's why he doesn't have that. That's why he doesn't have a lot of assists. Mike Conley is the type of guy that's gonna create shots and make the offense run a little more smoothly. He gets them into their set more easily. Donovan Mitchell should have a few more shots. So I love Donovan Mitchell tomorrow, especially if Mike Conley plays. I'm gonna like him even more. Like I said, that should free him up a little bit so he can play off ball, come off picks, and get some open looks at threes, things of that nature. So I like Donovan Mitchell tomorrow. Love him if Mike Conley plays. If Mike Conley is playing without any limitations, he's a full go. It's probably going to be Mike Conley at point guard and Donovan Mitchell at shooting guard. I think the Jazz win this game because, for one, we just got to come to terms here that the Clippers in these playoffs, man, they're a horrible road team. You just got to come to terms. So I definitely be betting on the Jazz tomorrow as long as that line ain't too crazy, don't move too much. But I like the Jazz here, and I like Donovan Mitchell in this spot at 9K. He's the main scorer for this team, man. And if you like the Jazz to win, this is how you got to think about playoff basketball, right? Especially when you're doing DraftKings. The team that you think is going to win, that's probably where you want to get your star from or your main player, the person who's going to be most likely to go off if they win. And since I think the Jazz are going to win, the only way they do that pretty much is Donovan Mitchell has a good game. So that's why we locked in on Donovan Mitchell. My favorite player across both sides tomorrow. Get you some Donovan Mitchell at 9K, all right? Come in at shooting guard. I want to go to Paul George. It's just the simple fact they refuse to move his price, man. 8,600. Paul George has been very solid. Don't listen to the pandemic whatever chance they've been saying, man. Paul George has been very solid in these playoffs. Outside of like one or two down games, he's been very solid for the Clippers in these playoffs, and I like him at his 8,600 price tag. He just does a little bit of everything: points, rebounds, assists. He can get you a few steals. Just play Paul George at 8,600. He's going to be chalky, but I'm okay with it, man. We have to try to look to get different somewhere else in our lineup. Coming in at small forward, we going Nicholas Batum, 4,600. I think the Clippers continue to stay small as it worked the last two games. And they refuse to move Batum's price. At 4,600, he done got you 30 DK points the last 2 games. I think you can go right back to him. He's very solid. He gives you a little bit in the way of peripherals. If he hits a couple threes, it can boost him up. But he's very solid. This 4,600 price tag. At the power forward, I'm going his running mate, Marcus Morris Sr. I told y'all last slate that you could play both of them together in the lineup. We did. That helped us out in some spots, and I don't mind playing both of them in the lineup tomorrow. Great prices on both of them. 2 guys that's gonna see 30 plus minutes. They both can give you a slightly they can slightly fill up the stat sheet for you. They can give you points, rebounds, a few assists. Marcus Morris, we hope his shot is falling. If he can get that tray ball falling, he can give you a big performance at his 4,500. But I like getting the Marcus Morris Sr. as well. I have no problem going to Batum and Marcus Morris Sr. here. And then rounding out at the center spot, I want to go John Collins at 6K. He's just been very solid. Solid price on him right here. He should see 30 plus minutes. And with Capella being in foul trouble most of every game this season, he's getting like 2 quick fouls early and cutting his run short in the first half, or he's getting 4 or 5 fouls in the third, fourth quarter, cutting his run short. And when he does that, that's giving Collins a few minutes at center, and that really helping his rebounds. You saw him get 12 rebounds last time out. I like going to John Collins right here. I like this price tag on him, and that's what you want, man. If Capella, I like Embiid tomorrow too as well, so I like Embiid. That's a big chance that Capella gets in foul trouble. You never want to kind of depend on that, but it's a good possibility. As he's been getting in foul trouble, getting quick fouls early in the first half this whole series. So if he does that, you can see Collins get some minutes at center, and that really helps his rebound totals. I like getting the John Collins at this 6K tomorrow, all right? So there you have it, man. My starting 5 on DraftKings: Donovan Mitchell, Paul George, Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris Sr., and John Collins. All right, let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm liking over there. At the top, I want to look at Reggie Jackson, man. Point guard tomorrow on FanDuel. It's a few options. Like I said, I'm waiting on Mike Conley. This probably will go to Mike Conley if he plays, but Trae Young is solid. I think the price is a little too steep for me on FanDuel over here. And Ben Simmons, I think his price is a little too steep. I'm not going to get overhyped off that last game he had. It was solid, but definitely doesn't warrant its 8,500 price tag. I think it's a little too expensive, so I'm gonna pay down to Reggie Jackson. One, I think he could draw a little less ownership, especially since he had a bad game last time out. He didn't score, but he also didn't shoot as much as he shot earlier games in the season. But at 4,800, we're talking about a guy who's gonna see 28, maybe 30 minutes right there in that range right there. I definitely think you can take a chance on him. A guy who has been outside of the last game, he's been shooting well all series. He's an excellent value play on FanDuel tomorrow. Get you some Reggie Jackson. Coming in at shooting guard, staying with Spider Mitchell, man. I told you he's my favorite play tomorrow across both sites. Anticipating Conley being in the lineup, definitely going to help him out a lot. Like I said, he get the chance to play off the ball a little bit with Mike Conley running the point, all right? Get you some Donovan Mitchell at 9,700 over here. At the small forward, I want to look at Bojan Bogdanovic. Now, Nick Batum, he's in play over here, but they didn't price him up a little too much on FanDuel over here. I don't really want to pay that $6,200 for him, so I'm going to take some salary savings. Small forward is tough on FanDuel, all right? It is very tough. I don't think anybody's going to pay that $11K up to the Kawhi. He's overpriced on FanDuel. Do not pay for Kawhi Leonard on FanDuel. I'm telling you, I don't like saying don't play this guy, don't do that, but $11K, man, you can save that salary, I think, and build a better lineup. I haven't seen the perfect lineup, the winning lineup on FanDuel, but I can promise you it probably didn't have Kawhi Leonard. He's just overpriced on FanDuel. You can do what you want to, but I'm not paying up to $11K for Kawhi Leonard tomorrow, all right? So that leaves Nick Batum at a slightly overpriced 6,200, and then Bojan Bogdanovic. You can roll the dice and maybe pay down a little bit more for Gallinari, but I'm going to go to Bojan Bogdanovic here, as I think Mike Conley coming back helps everybody in this Jazz offense. Bogdanovich should be able to get a few more open looks with Conley driving, creating a little bit, and kicking out to him in the corners and things like that. Hopefully his shot is falling, but I definitely want to get to some Bojan Bogdanovich tomorrow. Coming in at power forward, staying with my boy Marcus Morris, 5,600. Like the price tag on him on FanDuel. Should be a 30-plus minute player. We just hoping he can continue to hit his jump shots. He can give you a very solid performance at this price tag. All right. And then rounding out this son, just playing up to Embiid, man. FanDuel, you only get one son, so you really got to get it right. Yeah, I told y'all last time I was uncomfortable with Gobert. With them going small, pulling him out of paint, that hurt his rebounds opportunities, and you can see from his last performance that it did just that. Now, same thing. Not saying he can't have a big performance. Not saying, because he has done it against these Clippers. He didn't give you 40-plus fantasy points, but it's just going to be really tough on him with the Clippers stretching the court out on him. Batum and Marcus Morris been behind three-point line. He can't really keep a foot in the paint without giving up open threes to those guys. So I just really don't like his chances at an upside performance. He can give you a solid performance. And then Capella, man, he's like I said, he's just been okay this series. You got to worry about being in foul trouble, man. They back in Philly. They lost. They gave away the game last time against the Hawks. I think they come out, play inspired basketball, get on the shoulders of Embiid. I think Embiid has a big game here, and I definitely want to pay up to him on FanDuel, where you only get one center, so you really got to nail it. I just think Embiid is the way to go over here on FanDuel tomorrow, all right? There you have it, man. My starting five on FanDuel: Reggie Jackson, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan Bogdanovich, Marcus Morris, and Joel Embiid. Get you some exposure to these guys, man. Get them in your player pool. You know I'm going to have them in mind. That's going to do it for us here tonight, man. Y'all know the motto: chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I see y'all on the next available slate, all right? Let's go.